So it's been a hot minute since we've done a State of the Multiverse video. Now we're kind of in a holding pattern. It is April 2022, and the Dual Force has come out in Canada, the Gerber Dual Force, but has not yet hit markets here in the United States, which is kind of strange. Looking forward to getting it in my hands. I'm hoping it'll be some point this month, but we're just going to wait for now. In the meantime, I was looking at covering some other subjects on the channel, and one of those subjects is multi-tools that people can purchase when they live outside the United States, whether you live in South America, in Asia, in Australia, the EU or the United Kingdom, or wherever else you end up living. And so I went to AliExpress, which is a common distributor for a lot of other parts of the world, and was looking through the multi-tools they have. And then usually when I do that, I also compare the base prices for those tools when they're not marked up. And the way you do that is you go over to a website called Alibaba. Now, Alibaba is a bulk website where people can buy 100, 200, 800 generic multi-tools and then put their name on it, which is what you get when you get these buy-bears, etc. In the process of looking, I discovered a new multi-tool. They're 2022 variants of this one, and they clearly listened to feedback. So this is one worth talking about. First of all, you'll notice it has replaceable wire cutters. Kind of a big upgrade. The other thing that I noticed on second glance is that they have removed the serrated blade and installed an outboard scissor like the Leatherman Surge, like many of the other brands that have been successful selling the Chinese variants in the United States. And what did they do on the inside? Well, they removed the scissor and they put a reamer awl in that spot. Now, these exact changes have been suggested for many years to Leatherman on the Leatherman Wave. Not getting that second blade and instead being able to add a reamer awl to the frame, and they haven't done it. Now this company is doing it. They're getting, it's funny because, in a couple of years maybe Leatherman was thinking of doing it. Now they're technically following suit with this manufacturer. It's a very interesting thing, especially because the base price for these, even at 30 units, is $20. In theory, right now, and I've already checked this, I can go on and buy 30 units for a total of $600. Now that's a lot of money, but that's 30 multi-tools with sheaths for $600, right? And a bulk price, right? So if I was going to resell them here and that kind of thing. They're probably going to end up being between $40 and $60 when they finally hit Amazon, and they will. Trust me, they're going to hit Amazon. And I think this is a really big problem. I think this is a problem for Leatherman. Now, it's true that the micro driver on the Wave is better. The quality on the Wave is always going to be better. Leatherman's quality is going to be better. And they have a pocket clip, which this doesn't have. But still, this is a really big problem, especially if it comes in at a price point anything close to the $40 mark. This will be probably the most competitive clone, not knockoff, clone of the Wave that we have ever seen, and yet it actually has a better tool set in theory, especially because that bit driver, which we've talked about many times, takes standard 1/4 inch. Now, yeah, they require the ball D10, but as I've said before, you go to Lowe's, you buy a 1/4 inch magnet, which you can buy there and just literally stick it right in, and now it uses standard bits. That's not a very complicated fix. So I think this one is going to be a real problem. For Leatherman specifically. I hope they see this, and at the very minimum they give us a new version of the Leatherman Wave that has these exact changes. I hate to say it, but it's kind of a perfect tool set, and probably should be copied by Leatherman from them. Weird state we're in. And that kind of brings me to another thing. These Chinese brands, whether it's Nextool, which I'm going to be talking about, they're catching up really fast, really fast. Now, their quality is always going to be subpar, and I wish they would use better materials and better quality, But on the flip side, I kind of don't want them to, because they're getting dangerously close to really getting a good grip on the tool sets, like of what people want. And they're doing it at a rate that I think the other companies aren't catching up with. So just an interesting observation here. I think this tool is very indicative of where we're going, where they're starting to immediately translate feedback into design changes. That other model was only been in production for about 2 years. The Byberry version has only been in production for about 2 years on this Alibaba website, and they're already making adjustments to it. That's a really fast turnaround time. So chop chop, time to keep moving. Now, I don't think Gerber's in any trouble as far as the dual force. That thing's a monster. But this actually looks like a reasonable competition with the Wave. So just want to point this out. Love it or hate it, you tell me down in the description. The fact is, I mean, the patents are gone. Clones are going to happen. It was time. I didn't expect, though, them to start making improvements to the design, like they did in the Multiforce, where they put the blades on the opposite side. Still something I think is a great upgrade. But yeah, this is it's very interesting. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.